Hello and welcome to a new day. I am your host, Dynamic Daphne, and I am so excited about this segment. Yes, I have been missing in action. I have not been here in the studio, but I am back, brand new and ready to soar. So again, I show gratitude to each and every one of you who choose to turn the dial to the A New Day show. And today I have an amazing lady who traveled all the way from New Jersey to be with us. And her name is Wendy Oliveras. And Wendy is the new author of a book called Let's Play Chess, From Pawn to Queen. And you are going to hear all about that. So if you have been an avid chess player, or if you had began playing chess at any time of your lives, this is the episode that will allow you to take your chess set out and dust it off, because there's amazing revolution that is about to take place. So again, stay tuned. Wendy, thank you so much for traveling all the way from New Jersey.
It's my pleasure.
I tell
Thank
you
for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, because last night we spent time together. We were on the radio show together. We spent approximately 2 hours, and it's a real blessing that you decide that you want to come down and to talk about your amazing book. I mean, let's play chess. So let's talk about who Wendy is, this gorgeous, beautiful woman. But let's talk about the princess that your mom brought in the world.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I am the youngest of 4 children. I have 2 sisters and a brother. And we, as a result of a fire in our building, we were homeless for several months, and we subsequently moved to Manhattan, where I was, raised, and I attended public schools in Manhattan, and there were a lot of different challenges that come with public schools, even bullying. I also experienced a lot of that, 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, but went to Norman Thomas High School for commercial education, and learned secretarial science in high school, which was I'm very grateful for, because it helped me to launch my ultimate legal search firm in the future. So, and then I went on to college, obviously, and I lived in Queens for several years, moved to New Jersey, and I've been in Jersey City 19 years now.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you can honestly say, out of a devastation, you got some promotion, because you moved out, your family moved out of Brooklyn into Manhattan, which is the dream of many people, to live in Manhattan. So you have had it also. I am not at all surprised of you being so well-rounded, because you have a very diverse exposure to different cultures and the city, and you being Latino yourself, and you are not just carved into a mold like that. You really extend and do an amazing work with women around the world. And as the viewers will notice when we do the last episode, because I'm excited that you decided to stay here in the studio with us. And excuse me, people are going to understand why I say you're well-rounded, and you did not do this book for personal gratification. You did it because you saw a need to empower girls and women around the world.
Absolutely.
And all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you for stepping up and want to do this. So you went to college.
Yes.
And you specialized in?
I have a master's. Well, I have an undergrad degree from the New Jersey City University in Jersey City in political science. And I have a master's degree in human resources management from the New School in New York. And I was a patent paralegal for 19 years in New York.
Explain what a patent paralegal does.
A patent paralegal is a legal assistant that helps the intellectual property lawyers to file patent applications with the patent office in Washington, D.C. We handle a lot of the trademark work as well.
Research.
And there's prosecution side and then there's litigation side, and I've dabbled with both. I've had extensive experience in both areas.
Wonderful.
And in 2000, I was laid off from a large law firm, and I was recruited, interestingly enough, I was recruited to become a legal recruiter because I had 19 years of intellectual property experience with lawyers. And so that really changed my life. Never thought that I would be an entrepreneur or even have my own business.
Isn't this amazing?
It's amazing. And
because, you know, seasons come into our lives.
Yes.
And like you put a label on it and you say you were laid off. But that season was dried up. It was finished. And it opened up an entirely new world for you.
Absolutely.
And I can see the joy and excitement in this new world. And there are many times when we as women, and I can say that because that's the costume I'm clothing, is that when something happens, out of devastation, we say, oh my God, oh my God, I lost my job. I had it for 19 years. What am I going to do?
Right.
But you stepped up. And yes, although there was a time when you think, oh, what am I going to do now? But hello, I have this, I have that, I have that, and I have that. And you just harness it. And this is why you are here to tell us how we too can make those powerful decisions.
Well, when I was laid off, I really, you know, initially, I knew that I had extensive skills, and I knew I wouldn't have a problem finding another job as a patent paralegal.
Right, right.
But at that point, after being in that field for 19 years, I think I was ready for a change.
Exactly.
And it was a wonderful segue from being a patent paralegal in that capacity and transferring those skill sets into becoming a legal recruiter. And I did that for a year. And then I realized, why give away half your money, your earnings, your commission-based earnings, to someone else when you can do this on your own? And so that's where my self-empowerment kicked in to its full capacity, really. And and I took a chance.
It's amazing how we know when seasons end and that we need to make a shift. But we are never ready to get into that paradigm shift. And universe is so faithful, it pushes us. It's like the mother eagle that pushes its young one.
I think what happens too is that we become complacent,
comfortable,
and comfortable, and you know we tend to just stay in with what works well for now.
Yeah, and what we know.
Even though we may have secret dreams and passions to do something much more, we still don't allow ourselves to really explore that entrepreneurial side to us.
That's right. That's right.
Or even an inquisitive mindset.
Exactly. And we need to be curious, and you know. The first step out of that comfort zone is to make the decision that, oh man, I've been sitting here comfortable, but it's really aching on my butt. I got to get up. It's not very comfortable. And as women, we resist that change. And this is why I'm so excited when we get to that part in the other upcoming episode, and to talk about how we can get some assurance to be more assertive. in including some of the things, some of the habits in our lives to help us to make a decision on what's your intention or what do you want to do, because it starts with our decision. There's a lot and lots of blame game that's going around and that's being played. I hear people say, oh, it's this and that, why I don't have this and that. Nobody's looking in the mirror and said, I'm going to take responsibility for what's happening to me.
Absolutely.
And this is what this movement that you have created is all about. Exactly.
It's really, it's very powerful. It's a very powerful message because it's about, let's play chess. The book itself, really the messages inherent in the book, it's about you. It's about me. It's about all women all over the world who face problems on a daily basis. And I consider that your battlefield.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, we have all these struggles that we have to find energy to deal with.
That's right.
And rationalize. How can we get out of the situation? Or what can we do to make something better?
Because, you know, there's a lot of teaching and emphasis around emotional intelligence, but resilience intelligence is just as equally as important. How did the game of chess enter your life?
Thank you for asking that. My father taught me when I was 14 years old.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful for that because that has launched me into a whole new mindset.
What an investment.
It's something that I didn't realize that I've been playing chess for 35 years for fun. However, being a chess player means to me today that I'm a better problem solver, better thinker. I analyze things differently. I'm not afraid of change because when I'm playing chess has that element of change that you just adapt to. So you know, even though you have a certain tactic and strategy for your next move, your opponent may do something to throw you off.
So you got to be sharp. You
have to be
your
sharp. You have to anticipate your opponent's next move, which is important.
That's right. Same thing in life.
But that same mindset you can successfully transfer into your daily activities, including business development. And as you know, an element of change can happen on a personal level or a professional level.
That's right. That's right.
Something can,
you know,
can just
right
change.
Around the negotiation table.
Absolutely.
You're going there with one intention. And you're pursuing the conversation, and out of the blue, as they say,
something changes.
And it puts a widget
but
in
chess
what you do.
prepares you for that element of change. That's one of the things that I'm highlighting in our discussion today, because I want women to understand that just because you may expect something to happen a certain way,
doesn't necessarily.
It's okay if it doesn't.
It doesn't happen.
Because you are prepared for the unexpected.
For the what is. That's why it's as I listened to our conversation last night, I'm listening, I'm saying, wow, this strategy gives us not only an option A, but a B and a C as well, and a D.
It goes
on as many as you need. You will never be caught by a surprise or from the blind side. But again, this is accessible to us. But we, again, that D word, we must make the decision to grasp it and embrace it.
I think there are three main reasons why women probably don't do more to progress in their lives, respectively. I think one of the main things is a fear, that constant fear of either failure or rejection, and even success. Because you can be very successful and then subconsciously sabotage your own successes.
Past experiences, depends. And that's why it's very important that we as women understand why we need. It is a must that we invest in ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because we put everyone else at the forefront. Everyone is priority. And the sisters, a lot of them refuse to get a manicure or a pedicure or that because the husband needs a tie, The children need this. And I'm not saying to neglect your families, but until you can put yourself in priority mode, you're not going to be in a position to serve all the other people in your life. And leadership.
That's a good point, because it's making me think about something. A lot of the mothers that are not working, they're home raising the children.
Yes.
They go through identity crisis, I think, at some point, especially when the children are already a little older. Once they turn teenagers, for example, what are they going to do now?
They become empty nesters and they sit in their own rib and their hairs out.
They're scared in some respect to face the real world, the working world.
That's right.
And one of the things that SHESS teaches you is it empowers you to first believe in your abilities, regardless if you're a housewife, regardless if you're a mom and you're raising children. Whatever it is that you're doing today, right now, this book will, I promise you, empower you.
That's right.
To be a better problem solver, thinker, to set and accomplish your goals in your life.
You know, Wendy, that's a very valuable point you just brought forth, because I've encountered clients who raised 5, some even 6 kids, and kids are in good careers, successful business owners, or whatever they chose as their occupation or vocation. And I would have a mother now who is really ready to do great things, and she would say, oh, I don't know, I'm not good at anything. You know, all I did was raise my children. And I get excited when I hear the word children. Well, how many? And they would tell me, and they don't see those kids. I said, event planning, time management, negotiation skills, and the eyes begin to pop open, because they are not viewing all those skills as marketable skills.
They don't realize their capabilities.
Anyone have more than one child, you got to be skilled at negotiating and planning, because everybody's never going to the same place at the same time. Everybody wants to go somewhere at 9 o'clock. All 5 of us got to be dropped off at 9. So a mom would get into it and say, well, Joey, you got to go here this time and that time. And
it's true, because I don't know how my mom did it. She had one right after the other. So there's, you know.
Oh, I don't think so. I think they were 9 months apart.
No, actually, well, what I mean is,
I know,
if you have one that's 5 years old, or 6 years old, you have one that's 5, and then 4, and then I'm 1. So it was back to back.
That's right.
Which I'm grateful for. But you know, it's wonderful, because having 2 sisters and a brother, it's just a wonderful life experience for me. I'm the youngest, but yet each one of them brings something so special in my life.
And you're a little princess in the family. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm the spoiled one, actually.
You're the one that's being adored and pampered. I wouldn't say you're spoiled.
Well,
princesses
we
don't get
all
spoiled.
pamper each other. That's one thing about my family.
So that's wonderful. When did you realize that your father's investment in learning chess was $1 million investment in the woman you would become?
I'm going to say about 2 years ago. Now, my father passed away 9 years ago.
Tell me about the awakening.
My father passed away 9 years ago, and he was my best of bestest friends in life. He was my mentor. He was my best friend. And so I think 2 years ago, when, more particularly around the time of the economic downturn, 2008, right around that time, and then the subsequent couple of years later, my business was severely affected by that, as other businesses were, small businesses. And I have to tell you that it was a very precarious situation I was in, the most challenging time in my life. So about 2 years ago, I was really, really in a deep, deep, deep soul-searching place. And more so than ever in my life. And I realized at that moment that, my goodness, you know, I miss playing chess with my dad. I really missed
he was your chess
that challenge
partner.
because that would relax my mind, and it would challenge me. And I always, you know, I always keep remembering his famous words to me. You are intelligent, and you can do whatever you set your mind to do. Never let anyone stop you from doing what you need to get done in your life. So I live by those words. You know, I live by high integrity and strong work ethics.
Yes.
And even in my friendships and family.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So the point is that 2 years ago, I had that epiphany.
An epiphany, yes.
Wow, I am who I am today because I'm a chess player.
What was that awakening like for you 2 years ago?
That was an aha moment for me, and I was so excited. My heart was racing. I grabbed my pen and paper, and I just started jotting down the initial concept. Succeed in your game of life and business by playing chess. Then I started analyzing it even further, and I decided to add from pawn to queen. And that is the real key message in the entire book, is empower yourself from being a pawn to a queen in life or in business. And I'm sure we'll get into that.
We're going to get in, we're going to that, because I want to wove people in. I want to wow them in. Exactly, because women, I just want us to get it, because a lot of women are sitting and they're listening to this segment, and they're going to look on you gorgeous and successful and everything, and they're going to think, oh, she got it easy and everything.
No.
And they need to understand they too can evolve to become the queen that they are intended to be.
You know, chess, one of the things I want to describe to our audience is that, and to women, basically, that, you know, playing chess is it's not something that you should fear.
Why do you think women fear it, Wendy?
I think in general, you know, historically anyway, society has created that sense of it being a men's club. That it's only for men, for intellectuals, that it's a nerdy game. But the reality of it is that's old-fashioned thinking. If we as women allow that to impede our progress and learning the game and taking advantage of the skills that are in that game, then that's old-fashioned thinking.
I think we have around about 7 minutes remaining in this segment.
Yes.
So, how did you think that root idea came about, that chess is a boys' game or it's a game for the elite? Where you think that embedment of that came from?
Well, if you look at the statistics, that says it all for us. I mean, men dominate chess. And so approximately 3% of women compete in chess professionally worldwide. So men, 97% of men dominate the chess arena. In the world also, men dominate business.
And as you look over history, the kings were the ones who played.
They make the decisions, they're the dominating ones, they're, et cetera, et cetera. But we need to, I think what's happening is there's a transition.
That's right, there's room at the table.
There's a transition that's occurring, and it's a natural flow.
It's a revolution.
Women are sick and tired, I think, of being dominated.
That's right, and we ain't no baby factories, and we ain't no chef. That's right.
More particularly in some parts of the world, that we're banned from getting an education.
That's right, that's right.
So what can we do? We can join forces.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right, exactly.
And start believing
we
in
are
ourselves,
the voices
because
for
that's
many.
what it is, that we're held back.
That's right.
We're told, as little girls, we're taught to be submissive, quiet, shy, don't be too loud, don't play with the trucks,
that's
play with the dolls.
Yeah.
If you show too much aggression and loudness, then you're perceived.
That's not ladylike. That's not ladylike, they would say.
Right. It's masculine, it's too bitter, you're too emotional. If you self-assert yourself, even in business.
That's right, that's right.
I mean, when I personally walk into a room and it could be 10 men and I'm the only woman, I don't walk into the room thinking, wow, I'm the only chick.
Oh, no, boy.
I'm the only woman here.
I'm the
I don't
business.
even think
Sit
about
around
that
the
at
table.
all.
Gender has nothing to do around that
It doesn't even
table.
enter my mind.
That's right.
And the reason why it doesn't is because who I am is not about
your
just being a woman.
Exactly,
it's
how
about
much
being
more.
who I am.
That's right.
Period.
That's
Whether
right.
I'm a male or a female.
That's right.
It's about my intelligence. It's about my abilities. It's about my self-confidence.
That's right.
and
That's
taking
what you have to
control
offer.
of my life and my whatever it is that I'm doing at that moment.
That's right.
So walking into a room full of men signifies that I have something that they're going to listen to. They want to know something about me.
That's right.
And I'm there to
Exactly.
share.
That's right. We have 5 minutes. How would you like to tie up
I like
this
segment.
this
I
segment?
like to say that I'm very grateful that I have such, wonderful parents. I know that many people have not had that, privilege of having such loving parents.
I want you to please look in this camera.
But
And
not-
I want you to send a message to the parents out there,
Yes.
especially the parents who are raising girls.
Sure.
I want you to please look in that camera and give them a message.
Really, and I can't stress this any stronger than I am, to all the parents out there, to please invest in your children. Invest in your little girls more particularly. Put them in chess classes, because they will become better in math, in science. They will be more studious. They will gain more confidence in their abilities than any other game. And also, always protect them in the best way you know how. Teach them good morals and support what they want to do in their lives. I think that's my best advice.
Oh
to
yes,
parents.
and I all I can say is that I pray that people will take the time to take that in consideration. And what she's saying, she's not saying to go out and buy, an expensive set, but I'm sure if you shop around in your local toy stores, we're not saying their names because they're not sponsoring us, but all of the toy stores in your areas. Go in there, and although the video games are really good, I think if you invest in a chess game, it's going to be better, because it's going to be
absolutely.
a better ROI, return on investment for you. Because one day, you might see your little princess here on my show talking about what this segment did for her and turn her life around. So again, I thank you, but listen, Wendy will be here for more information and about her book. So don't you go any place. You got to watch this, and you got to tell your friends, if they don't have our show yet in their area, that they should try and get it there, because we want to be a household name. We want to be in your town. It doesn't take anything for you to get it in your town. Just reach out to me by sending an email to dynamicdaphne1@gmail.com, because I want to be spending some quality time with you in helping you to reinvent your life. Stay tuned.